Hey, what's going on YouTube? Fatboy Spade here. I'm going to show you guys how to make a real nice pico de gallo. We're actually having shredded beef tacos and burritos for dinner tonight. And as you can see, there's that roasting. I got my food processor here. Fresh ingredients, cilantro, a couple serrano chilies, some jalapenos, a white onion, and a couple of little Romano tomatoes. And for you life hackers, what I'm going to do is I have two chopsticks here set up. So I'm going to try to do this all in one shot for you. So what I do is I set it up there, on there like this. Alright. Get your blade here, and I'm really not like good at dicing things, so that's why I use the food processor. And I tried making a video with multiple shots at one time, and it didn't quite work out. With the cilantro, you want to make sure it has like a real fresh scent, and I chop the stems off and I feed them to our rabbits. But what I'm doing now is I'm going to place it into my food processing cutting food processor here. As you can see, chopped it up real nice and fine. Get my bowl out. Okay. Set these up to the side. So here's my bowl I'm going to use. I always start with the cilantro first. I like to layer. I'll show you why at the end. Because what I do is I layer everything and then I flip it. I just kind of give it like a toss, like a salad a little bit. But not too hard. But I start with the cilantro first because sometimes it doesn't always come out all the time, and I'll explain why I do things in an order like that. But I always start with my greens, you know. So with these serranos, I'm just gonna cut the ends off of these, and these you could just kind of, you know, section off a little bit. You know, nothing too major. I'm going to put those in my food processor. And I only use a couple of jalapenos. Sometimes when I'm making a shrimp cocktail or something, I'll gut out the jalapenos a little bit. But not this time. I'm going to keep them all in there because the seeds, you know, they pack a little bit of a kick and everything. I'm just going to section these off a little bit as well. Make sure you wash them, you know, unless you're growing them yourself and you're using only organic stuff. So here's my stuff right here. I'm going to go ahead and put it on the food processor. Alright, got it. And let me give it one more. Yeah, that was 3. I'm not a real good counter. Alright. Just so you guys can always see what I'm doing here, I'm going to layer those on top. Now I'm about to commit one of my cardinal sins when it comes to pico de gallo or any kind of salsa I like to make. I usually like to use fresh lemons when I do my seasoning, but in this case, when I was at the store this morning, I forgot to pick up my lemons like an idiot. So I'm going to have to resort to like the lemon juice and lime juice. Which really isn't a problem if you're short on lemons and limes. And that's my little 2-year-old tornado there. Okay. Like I said, I suck at dicing, so I'm not even going to try to dice, but I am going to, peel the first layer off this onion here. Okay. And with the lemons, or with the onions, you can just kind of give them a little chop up and everything, and I'll put those in the processor as well. So I love cooking, which never makes sense that I never learned how to, that I don't really know how to, dice things up well. Tomatoes always give me the hardest. Onions and tomatoes. Okay, like I said, just put them in my food processor like that. And there's the top. Sorry if I'm moving too quick. I'm trying to get this all in one shot for you guys. But one of the good things is you'll see how quick it is and easy it is to make a nice, fresh pico de gallo. Now see, the onions, they like to stick around there, but you can see that there's still remnants of the greens and the white and stuff in there, the onions and the serranos and the cilantro and jalapenos. Which leads me to my last culprit here. This is why I always do the tomatoes last. It's because the tomatoes, they always kick off a little juice, a little tomato juice inside. And when you pour out your food processor into your bowl when you're doing your tomatoes, it kind of cleans out the food processor, bowl for you, to where you're able to get all the rest of the, remnants of what you missed. So let me go ahead and bring that out. All right. We're just gonna knock the ends off these. Okay. Yep. And I'm just gonna kind of have these. Okay. Nothing too special. Just for a small salsa, I use about 4 or 5. 4 or 5 of these bad mama jammas. Okay. Okay. All right. 1 second. So you can kind of hear that squeegee sound like you're washing your windows at the gas station or something. That's from the tomato juice, See? A lot cleaner than it was before. Okay. So you see how, like I said, I like to layer everything. Okay. So we're essentially done with our chopping. What I'm going to do now is generous amount of this lemon juice. Okay. So I like to squeeze out, maybe about like two lemons. But since I forgot my lemons at the store, and a little bit of lime, because what you want to do is let this essentially sit for a couple hours, and let it just marinate in this lemon and lime juice. The citric acid in it will definitely bring out a lot of the flavor, especially in that cilantro. You'll go crazy for that cilantro. Especially if you ever had like Baja tacos, that cilantro just gives it that taste, man. Yeah, in case you can't tell, I love cilantro, man. I'll put it on my Captain Crunch if I could. Alright. Now, I'm going to use a little bit of garlic salt. Because a lot of times I'll put like some minced garlic in here, but not on this one. A little bit of just regular salt, a little sea salt. And you just, you know, kind of layer it a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm going to use some regular pepper here. Alright, you know what? I'm going to find some other nice stuff here. You know what? I think I'm going to throw in a little bit of chive just to mess around with it. Here's a little bit of some onion powder. We'll throw that on there. As well as some garlic powder. Okay. Alright. Now here's the real key when you're doing this. Is like, because remember all the greens are at the bottom. Then you got the onions. And then you got the tomatoes with your juice and everything on top. What you do is just go down the side. And then just kind of flip it and toss it. You don't want to like stir it, because you don't want to crush the vegetables. The key to a real nice pico is having everything, you know, chunks. You know what I mean? So what you do is you just go down the sides, bring it up, and toss it. Look at that. Let you see it in the light. Bam. That right there is restaurant quality pico de gallo right there. Nice little homemade salsa. You know what? Just for shits and giggles, man, I'm gonna take me a little nice little chunk here. Got the tip right there at the end with the jalapeno and the serrano, but all in all, mucho bueno. So I hope this helps you guys out. Play it back for the beginning for the ingredients and everything, but this is top-notch shit right here. So, Fat Boy Spade, I'm out.